All right, welcome everybody. We are back at Techno Security Conference in Wilmington, North Carolina, and we have found out maybe that this is the last year here, maybe.
Maybe it's what they
I,
told us.
I've seen some signs
The
out
rumors.
front, and I know, yeah, I know Jennifer is going to be coming on a little bit later to tell us for fact.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we know, considering there's a sign bigger than me out in the front lobby.
Yeah, I took a picture over there with sunglasses, preparing for the sun.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. I know it's been nice here for a few days, and then today not so much. It's been raining. Is it? I haven't seen outside lately.
No, but I hope it's not as when I came here. It was probably one of my most horrible flight ever. It was like a roller coaster.
Oh, no. Where'd you fly into?
From Philadelphia.
Okay, so you were in Philly. All right. Yeah, I don't remember the last time. I used to fly in and out of Philly quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't remember much about it.
It was a very small plane, you know, one seat on one side, two seats on the other. They were like Mickey Mouse plane.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Anyway, my guest from AMP Software, Martino. So he was here last year. It was your first time? You were on the show last year.
Yeah, no, he was last year.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun that we had on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we can top that this time.
So,
yeah. Now pressure's on now. And it's a little different this year because his booth and all of his staff literally just off camera, like right there.
Yeah.
So if you see things flying in at us, that's what's happening.
Yeah. My colleagues.
They're being pretty good right now. So customers, keeping them busy.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's been going on over at AMP Software since last time we talked?
Lots of things as usual. Off the top of my head, I think three things are keeping us busy. One is Authenticate, which is our program for image and video authentication. And, you know, everybody is speaking nowadays about deepfakes and AI. And yes, there are still, you know, cheap fakes like Photoshop and stuff.
Yeah. That's where my skill level's at, right?
Yeah. You don't need skill for AI. I mean, you just type whatever you want. And of course, to make very good ones, you need some prompting skills, but you can do pretty incredible things.
Yeah.
And actually, I had to change. I had a presentation the first day on deepfake detection, and I had to change my presentation a bit 1 week before, because I was showing a few examples. And we say, okay, for images, we are there. If you are good, you cannot distinguish deepfake images from real ones. I mean, they are almost perfect.
Wow.
Unless you look behind the hood. I mean, for just looking at them. They say, with video, we are not really there. You know, typical Will Smith eating spaghetti meme, where it's a bit scary to watch it. But then Google released Veo 3, and everything changed. I mean, you can make movies just typing the prompts, and the results are incredible. So, okay, change slides, even with video, it's a mess.
Nothing worse than changing your presentation.
Oh, yeah.
Time before, right?
But with AI, it's like this. Every week there is something new.
Yeah. I know. I was sitting there talking. Who was I talking to? AI is always the topic of something going on, and how it's going to affect maybe things politically down the road. Which I see some things now, but the current president as a baby isn't quite what I consider that far, but. We spoke last year here, and it was already pretty far advanced. Just in 12 short months, it's amazing how far that it's come. And I'm sure you've seen those challenges now.
Oh, yeah.
How to deal with those, how to detect those things. And you're coming up with answers to do that, though.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's I mean, it's always be a mouse and cat game.
Right.
But we've improved a lot on that front. We've launched new deepfake detection tools in our software. Even though nowadays I prefer to call it deepfake forensics, because if you look for deepfake detection tools on Google, there are a lot of results. Countless companies pretending to do that, but we're doing forensics. We cannot just go to court and say, oh, yes, this is a deepfake because a website told me that it's fake or real, okay? So since we do forensics, we look at the image or video from many degrees. We have deepfake detection. We have trained an AI to understand if an image is being created with Midjourney, ChatGPT, or whatever. But also we can check the file format, the structure. We have databases of, let's say, camera properties to compare. We can look at very high-level information like shadows, reflections, the perspective, because the AI is still not great at fooling the physics of our world. Okay, you can looking at the image, you see, okay, yeah, there are some shadows, they are coming from the same directions. But if you really start tracing the lines and doing a few geometry tricks, let's say, you can see if the system is feasible or not.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's. Then you can look at traditional image forensics techniques, because let's not forget, deepfakes are still images or videos. So we can also use the various statistics of the compression, correlation between pixels, stuff like that. So if you put all these tricks together, you can confirm one point of view with another point of view and verify, and it's pretty hard to fool all the different analyses you can make. And then there are there are countless things you can do. You can do kind of open source intelligence, searching for similar images on the web.
Oh, right.
You can good old visual analysis, because still AI is not always great at writing precisely the text. There are still hands with 7 or 6 fingers.
Right.
And one thing I learned a few months ago that was pretty surprising is that you can't easily create with AI a clock which is in a time which is not 10 past 10. You try to say, okay, write 9:30. No, it draws 10 past 10. Or it's very difficult to render a person that is left-handed. So draw me a left-handed person that is writing, does a right-handed person, because there is bias in the data used for the training. So once you put together all these, you can pretty much investigate deepfakes thoroughly.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting for sure. And if you guys have not heard of Amped software before, then you need to go look. I'm going to put the link down. I don't have it here yet, but it'll be down in the description for those of you who are watching the replay of this. And that way, just a quick link over, and you can check out all of these amazing technologies we're going to talk about right on their website. So that'll be awesome for you. And AI, I think last year there was a lot more. I think you told me this, deepfake topics.
Yeah.
And there's not so much this year, or is there? I didn't really look.
No, there is also this year. Let's say last year everybody was speaking about it, but in very generic terms, I think.
Yeah.
Really, okay, this is the problem, but there are not many solutions, let's say. Which was, at this point everybody knows what deepfakes are.
Right, right.
So I wanted this year to present something which was practical. I think the title of my presentation was Pragmatic Deepfake Detection, because we need some real world solution, not just theory. That's the
and what I noticed as well, and I think we talked about this, is that a lot of people were talking about the problem, but no one had a solution.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's great, thanks.
Yeah.
you have a solution.
Oh, yeah.
You can detect that and find that out there, and it's becoming more and more of a problem, as like you said, it's so easy to do now. And not that I want to tell people how to do this, but what are some of the services that people need to watch out for that are really good at creating some of these things?
Probably the most popular are Midjourney, ChatGPT, Flux, which is available as an open source tool, so you can install on your computer, given you have enough GPU power. It's before there was Stable Diffusion, but it's been kind of surpassed by Flux. Ideogram for stuff with text, and this is for images. Yes, ChatGPT, which replaces DALL-E, and ChatGPT is interesting because in addition to create the images, you can just load one of your image I show in my presentation, I'm redoing the roof of my home. So I took just a picture of the roof, and I say, okay, ChatGPT, add a thief on my roof, and boom, add a thief on my roof. And,
Okay.
oh yeah, now make it taller. Now add some workers, put a bucket over there, and it does it.
That's amazing.
And leaves its traces. It's not really a manipulation of the image. Is an entire new image that looks like the original one. So you need to understand also those cases.
Yeah. Now you guys help. Like if someone is like, hey, I have questions. I have this case. I think this is deep.
Yeah.
They can come to you.
Oh yes,
for
of
help
course.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's awesome. What else you got going on? You got some other things happening?
Yeah, I think we are very busy on the. I don't know what's the right name of the project. I call it kind of awareness project or something like that.
Yeah.
I've been in the past years. I've been quite active on the institutional side. You know, not working anymore just with law enforcement agencies and things like that, but trying to create more literacy on the topics of video evidence in relation not only to the forensics, of course, now AI is very popular, cybersecurity and things like that, but the bottom line is that since we started, there was a fundamental problem with the video evidence, okay? Video evidence is everywhere. Image and video. Think, there is no investigation when there is not a photograph, a video, scan a document, whatever.
Yep.
And still people thinks that it's easy. And because, I mean, everybody takes vacations takes photos during vacation. Everybody can watch video on YouTube. So why you need the special skill to watch a video to analyze it? And this creates huge problems down the road. But lately, I like to think also a bit with our efforts, things are improving. I organized several meetings at the European Parliament to raise awareness on various European institutions about this. Mm-hmm. We had several articles on newspapers about these topics. I wrote a manual called Video Evidence Principles that had two parts, one for policymakers and various stakeholders, and the other more technical. And I didn't invent anything new. I just put together stuff that people in this industry knows and make it a bit more accessible to judges, journalists, and things like that. Because only in this way we can raise the level of the discussion. And this is in line with our fundamental principle that we always try to make very explicit: justice through science. Because if you don't work in a scientific way in this field, you cannot have justice. That's unfortunately not law and trials not always go into the right direction, and our idea is to prevent wrongful conviction and improve crime resolution through the proper use of video evidence. That's the bottom line.
That's very cool. That keeps you busy.
Oh yeah.
And yet you have this the deep fake detection, all the presentations that you do, and taking on that as well. That's a lot. So anything else going on?
Oh yeah, there is another thing that is a bit different than what we usually do. You know, our products are essentially desktop products that investigators or analysts can use on their workstation directly. So we normally work directly with the end users. One of the things for which we are quite well known is our video conversion engine. You know, videos coming from CCTV and DVRs are normally coming in odd formats with strange extension.
A million different ones. I don't know how you guys keep them all straight. There were so many.
Yeah, and we receive every single day new formats to integrate. So we had this support for various formats since many years in our software. We took it out and we call it the AMP engine. Is a software that can be integrated in third-party platforms, and so various video analytics or digital evidence management systems nowadays use under the hood our software to convert videos and make them accessible in on-prem, web-based, cloud-based platform.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
how
is.
you're doing it all. It's just a year since we've talked.
Yeah.
So that's phenomenal stuff.
Yeah.
So if you guys again haven't had an opportunity to go check them out, make sure you do. Amped, it's ampedsoftware.com. I think the
Yep.
software is in the
Yeah. Yeah.
in the actual URL. I do that from memory. So
Yeah.
make sure you guys check it out again. I'm going to put the link down below,
Mhm.
and go look. If you, I mean, you should be running cases that have images,
Yeah.
video, especially deepfakes are
Yeah.
becoming amazing. I mean, back anyway, we used to make really cheesy ones of staff members. You know, the old cut the mouth and make the mouth move all awkward. It's come a long way since.
Yeah. Everybody did those.
Well, hey, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you,
on
Kevin.
again.
Thanks
The
for having
show,
me.
and I would love to have you on where we have a full
Yeah.
hour to discussing, really get down into some techniques
Yeah.
and how folks can.
Let's do it. That's
can help
great.
do that. All right.
Okay. Thank
Excellent.
you.
So you just have to deal. We have to deal with the time zone differences.
Yeah.
Right?
No problems.
Excellent. All right. Hey, we're going to be going live again. I know Jennifer's going to be coming on at some point to tell you about next year and the surprises that we've already let out of the bag for next year at Techno Security. So until then, guys, we'll see you. And again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Kevin.
Thank you.